Hello, welcome to the Liberated Multitasker. Come join me as we freeze dry some bananas and candy. I bought 9 pounds of bananas from Sam's Club. Each bunch was 3 pounds and was only $1.47. So we're going to see just how many we can get on our trays. And I want to test out the cube and see just how good it does. Now, one of the great things about the cube is that they offer these racks. And so you can add another layer of fruit. So it's like freeze drying 8 racks instead of 4. We'll see how long it takes. And I am enjoying these silicone mats as well. They really help with cleanup and help things not stick. So I'm enjoying those more than I thought I would. Now I'm loving these lids. They snap on, but they also serve as a stacker. I'm able to stack my next tray right on top of the lid. That is very convenient. You can tell I'm spacing this top layer out a bit. It's because my lids have little ridges in them, and so I want to make sure it doesn't cut into the fruit. So this is my last one. And you can tell I don't quite have enough bananas to finish the top layer. But that's okay. We got all 9 pounds on 4 trays double stacked. I'm going to let these freeze and we'll freeze dry them later. Now for the fun stuff. Let's do some candy. Now I've already done Skittles before, so this is not an entire bag. But we'll do 1 tray of Skittles. Now we're going to do 1 tray of the Nerds gummy clusters. I'm spacing these out because I know that they will expand. And this is the first time I've done these, so I'm not quite sure how they're going to do. Now we're going to do gummy bears, I believe. And I've seen that these expand quite a bit too. I believe the next time I may cut them in half just to see what happens. They did get pretty big. And now the milk duds. So I wasn't sure. I've read some people say cut them in half and some leave them whole. After having done them both ways on this tray, I do think I prefer them whole. They do not expand too big. Now let's go to the freeze dryer. Now we have a candy mode, but first we're going to hit start. And we'll hit Candy Express. And it's going to ask me if the drain is closed. So I'm going to close the drain. I'll hit yes. And now I'll insert the food. This does not have a latch. It's a magnetic door. And I really do like that. So we're just going to put in our candy and see what happens. The Candy Express is about 2.5 hours to do a batch, and then you have the option to add more time or be finished. The first time I did Skittles and Starburst, I just did the 2.5 hours and it did fine. So we're going to close the door, put yes, that food is inserted, and hit start. And that's it. It's asking me to check the food. So I'm going to open the drain so it releases the vacuum, and I'm going to check the food. Now the Skittles, I feel like need a little longer. They weren't quite completely dry. I wonder if it has to do with the humidity. We got a lot of rain yesterday. So I am adding more dry time. I added about 2 hours and then I took them out. These are the milk duds. Oh my goodness. If you like chocolate, these are going to be wonderful. These are the gummy bears. See how fluffy they got and how airy they are on the inside? The Nerd gummy clusters, I think they probably could have gotten a little bigger, but very nice. And then last but certainly not least, Skittles. This was so fun to do, and I can't wait to try other candies. I hear Jolly Ranchers are really great. Now for the bananas. So I didn't show you that whole process. This is my last tray of bananas that I'm bagging up. You can see just how crispy they are. They just break right in half. And I have tasted quite a few. These make a great healthy snack, and I can't wait to maybe powder them up and use them in baking. Maybe some banana bread? That sounds good. Now this is the first time I'm using these particular Mylar bags. I'm just playing around with them. I do not intend for this to be any type of long-term storage, but I'm testing out my sealer. I am putting oxygen absorbers in the fruit, in the bananas. And so I'm just going to throw those in each of the bags and seal those up real quick. Now, I would have put them in mason jars, but I did not have cleaned, dried mason jars ready to go. So I'm using these bags instead for today. Now, all 9 pounds, that's with the peels and all, I ended up with 12.5 ounces of fruit. Wow. Next time I'll weigh the trays after they're peeled and sliced and on the trays. I just got my scale the other day. It was after this. So anyway, we will be freeze drying more things. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like, share, and subscribe. And I really hope to see you soon. This was so much fun and tasty.